trait in terms of scoring. It's not. Again, I'm looking at it from the perspective that they talk about with respect to trading, right? An aggressive trader pays past the spread. When you're trading aggressively, you're paying past the spread and you're attacking, you're going to the price, right? An aggressive player is going to the enemy. They're not waiting for the enemy to cross the distance between one team and the other team, right? They're doing the crossing. A passive player is waiting for the enemy player to come to them, to cross that no man's land. And that's what I think of when I think of playing passively versus aggressively. It's the same thing. You can think of the spread as the no man's land. To cross into that, to go and mingle with the enemy, is to be aggressive.
Camper versus a movement player.
Say that again?
A camper versus a movement player. But that's what I'm saying. Generally speaking, a camper would be a passive player.
Absolutely. A camper is always passive. A camper is the most passive player.
I disagree. Somebody can camp aggressively by trying to engage everything they see. And equally, you can sprint in and just try to avoid engagements and sneak through.
I die to every sniper and every camper because I'm always at the tip of the spear. I'm always fucking first.
I disagree with that, Pooch. I'm telling you you're not, because you're playing with guns that don't let you do that.
I just follow my smoke.
I don't know. I'm on Panzer Storm right now, and I'm ahead of the entire team running to the next spawn here. They're all behind me. I'm running forward to the next spawn. They're all behind me, and I'm going to run into a sniper right now.
Again,
Yep, there's the sniper, D-Rob. D-Rob sniped me.
Again, I'm not saying it's a positive trait, right? I'm not saying playing passively is a negative trait. I'm not making that distinction. I think you guys are. I'm just calling it an engagement style, right? It's just to me, it's just a definition. If you're playing passively, you're waiting for things to come to you. If you're playing aggressively, you're pushing towards things. It might make more sense to be passive in some situations, and it might make more sense to be aggressive in some situations. It makes no sense to be aggressive on big, open, fucking, maps. That makes absolutely no sense. It makes no sense to engage with a short-range weapon somebody that's far away when they've got a mid to long-range weapon on a big open map with no cover, right? There are things that these are just definitions I'm talking about. It's not a judgment. Which is why I was a little bit surprised when you were saying that my gameplay was more passive, because I just don't see it that way. I see it as almost stupidly aggressive, which is why I'm dying all the time. And it's not like I have a choice. I really can't play the mid to long range weapon because I don't have the aim for it. I can only shoot people when they're close to me, because I can only see them when they're close to me, which is why I have to rush them. Do you think if I could snipe like Stode, that I would not want to play more passively and get like a much higher KD? Of course I would. I can't do it.
Sniping's not good for me. Even though there's only a handful of snipers that can even make a difference in a team game.
Or even playing mid-range, right? I would play, with more mid-range weapons if my aim was better.
Regardless of what personal KD would be sniping. You gotta be like a sneaky source or an entropy to make a difference, so. When the shit hits the fan, you have good players.
One of the reasons I play medical all the time is because I take damage all the time, and it's the only thing that lets me even be able to engage with one person after I've engaged with one person already, because I can heal, right, multiple times. That's the reason I keep playing medic. If I try to do that with assault, I'd be in trouble, right? I'd get damaged by the first person, and then the second person would have an easy time picking me off. But I do like the assault weapons better. They're better, right? They do more damage, and they do more damage from distance. So if I'm medic and I see an assault weapon on the ground or a support weapon on the ground, I always pick them up. To me, that's the best of both worlds, right? But if I pick up something like a Lewis gun or a bar, I will definitely change my playstyle. I won't be as aggressive because it's much harder to quick fire and shit with those guns than it is with ZK.
Yeah, see, I have no problem running into your ZKs from elites with my FG42 at point blank. So
FG42 is a little bit different, but a Lewis gun is a little bit too slow.
Yeah, Lewis gun's too slow. You're right.
But you're not going to run up against, Delterra face to face with a Lewis gun and he's got a ZK. You're going to get destroyed.
Yeah, but I have one out against Chris with it, with the Type 11.
Anyway, I think we were just arguing over the difference in definition of what we believe the term to mean. Right, the terms to mean playing passively versus playing aggressively. And I don't know that there's good definitions out there for that. Well, I could look. I could do a Google search. Here's an article. I disagree with what they're saying here. They're saying aggressive players are generally more skilled players. I completely disagree. I see a lot of aggressive players that fucking suck. They just die over and over again.
The only passive players that are good and effective are somebody like Dodgy and White Hot. They're insanely passive. Insanely. You do nothing but head switch behind a piece of cover and then slide to the next head switch with a piece of cover.
I mean, look at a player like JD and look at the different classes he plays.
JD plays passively.
Very, but not when he's playing medic.
He doesn't usually play medic. But when he's playing as a sniper, he's actually a pretty aggressive sniper because he'll play with like the M3 and he'll be closer to the action, right? Again, not making any kind of judgment as to whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just that, to me, it's just a definition.
Sorry, Bill, I had the perfect angle on you running into this mode. It's one of the biggest gripes I have with a lot of Battlefield maps is too much open space. It's great for snipers, or MGs, but fucking sucks if you want to make the assault.
So if you look at comp players, they don't play aggressively.
Comp games are stupid as fuck.
They're almost always passive line holding. Right? They've got great aim. They're much better players than me. But guys who play competitively largely don't play aggressively when they're in competition. Trev is an aggressive player, right? Yeah. He's always in the middle of shit because he knows he's going to be able to snap from enemy to enemy to enemy before they can even, get a hold of him. So he's a really good aggressive player. I'm a bad aggressive player.
I'm a good trench carbine player.
I downed one!
I don't understand why our team won't try and push up this hill. Hello, Ripple, what are you doing? Fucking move your arse. Get fucking
Dude,
going,
Ripple's just sitting far back with that
bud.
ZH.
I'm gonna shoot you now. Move. Let's go. Come on.
I think they're ahead of me in the trench.
よし、大丈夫だ。もうやられるなよ。
Thank you, Moose. Fence.
Ouch.
Someone's getting shot in the head.
I also find myself becoming way more passive when I'm playing against people that are better. Because running out into the open, you know, in front of people, you know, in front of people who are good, is just going to get you killed. You're just asking to be cannon fodder.
I'm the other way around. If I wait for them, I get mowed over.
I'm not saying wait. I'm saying it's easier to get a kill on somebody when you're holding the line than when you're running out, you know, out in the open towards somebody that's good, that's holding the line. Right?
If I have to react to their push versus me pushing them, I'm much better with the leads when I push them than if they come into my line of sight first.
I think you should play some of those common games, Scrooge. Because the only way I fucking even survived against those guys was by, like, hiding in a house, covering a small angle, looking out a window. Because if I was anywhere out in the open, I'd be fucking dead before I even knew where somebody was. It was ridiculous. It felt like they were all cheating. Go play against the Hubsucks or some of those Unique guys. UNIQ guys. It was ridiculous. Who played there with me? Any of you guys? You did, right?
I think I played against the guys.
Sucked ass.
It fucking sucked. That's
Well,
right.
I mean, it's just Trev and I were talking about that the other day, and like, it's just stupid gameplay. Like, it doesn't. Yes, they're good, but like, man, it does not take skill to fucking hold an angle, crouch walking. That's what combat is. It's fucking stupid.
It may be stupid, but I think that's the meta, right? That's
Yeah,
exactly. It's the most effective tactic because if you're trying to run out, you know, if you're trying to run out against your casual player, you're going to miss half the shots. I mean, one of the reasons why I was just lazy and impatient, right? That's one of the reasons why I run around like an idiot. Half the time, I'm trying to kill people that start shooting at me first because they see me first because I'm running around like an idiot, right? You can't do that in a comp game because pretty much whoever sees the other person first is going to get the kill because they don't fucking miss. There's no missing in that game, you know, when you're playing against those guys. You can't react to them. There is no reaction. You're just dead. I learned that the hard way. Now, Chanel, sounds like your gun all quiet. You still there, Chanel? No, he left. Oh, why is your team getting its ass kicked? Bill.
Hassan.
Because I'm on the other team.
Yeah, is Apache fucking you up?
I have fucked him up a few times, like that.
Yeah, we're getting pushed by 4 different people at a time.
Yeah. And they've got like Gamer Type and fucking Ripple who are just sitting in the back and just keep getting killed. They'll get like 1 or 2 kills and then get killed because they're sitting in the same spot. It's not a great team comp for his team.
Shit, I'm gonna go into a full server.
I'll join you. Oh, I gotta quit.
Well, that was that one anyways. Oh, Battle's happening.
I think I might be done with these Elder Knights though. Holy fuck, man. It's too sweaty for me. I don't have any fun.
Yeah, the
I'd
little
rather
bit I
play against
hopped
a
in
bunch of
for when
dummies.
everyone was there, it was extreme sweat.
Man,
Yeah, I
if
get
you would have been
nervous.
on our
Kill feed-
team
the kill
during
feed
that
was,
Operation Underground, it was fucking terrible.
bro. That's what
Literally
yeah.
80% of your team was shotguns.
I got in.
And then
I
there was
saw
Crispy.
only shotguns, 2As, and ZKs in the thing, and I was like, oh, so this is one of those kind of maps.
It's gonna be one of those.
So are you going? You
Fucking
guys going into a
world.
more populated server?
Well, I joined, but there's a hacker in this one. World EXE or whatever.
What was his name again?
WHRL.
Oh yeah,
EXE.
World EXE. He was on last.
Yeah,
night.
he's a hacker.
And the server is dead because of that, I think.
What server is that?